Alright, I'm here doing an 8-4 Zendikar draft. Not many of these run. First pick is going to be either the Gruldraz Spectre, Punishing Fire. Is also a decent ally. It's close. It's a matter of preference of black or red, I think. I think going into a draft, I'd like to give myself a chance at mono red. I really like mono red in zzw. If I get a few mid-pack Spy Barrage, then I like taking the Punishing Fire here. Although, two really good black cards in this pack. So, and no good red cards. So, Marsh Casualties or Hideous End. It's hard. It's hard to pass Marsh Casualties. I think I've got to take it. As good as Hideous End is, if you're going to be aggressive. Yeah. Okay. Done. And some good packs here. Disfigure is probably better than Inferno Trap, just because of the casting cost. Although I already have 2 removal spells for 2 toughness. The start is looking towards a control deck, although given what most of the creatures look like in this format, I will probably end up being somewhat aggressive by the end of the draft. So I'm going to take the Disfigure. And this is a lot weaker. The only red card worth considering is the Bushwhacker. At this point, I've passed some good red. Beyond that, the strongest cards are Cleric and the Druid. Don't have any. This is more of a supporting ally. I have no reason to believe I'm going to be playing an ally deck here. Although black-white is a decent combination for allies. I'm going to take the Green Weaver Druid. I think it's the most potentially good card. Well, there's that mid-pack Barrage, but I did jump into black, unfortunately. I'd still take it. I think I passed too much red. That being said, between Glider and Sanctifier, well, I've already got a red card, so although I do think Sanctifiers is better than Geyser Glider. Normally I take Shortcutter over Slinger about 8 out of 10 times. If I'm aggressive, I don't look like I'm going to be as aggressive as usual yet, so I will take the more controlling card. Okay, I'm going to stick to my red plan here. Take the Grunts. Man, red's open. Kind of want to be mono red. Kind of wish I didn't open up Casualties or get past the Casualties. Because like black hasn't flowed since that pack with the Casualties and Hideous End, it hasn't flowed. So he could have opened like a Blood Witch or something. And then, oh, he did follow up with Disfigure, but I'm gonna take the Giants. I had a feeling this was gonna be coming back around, but so no, this is the only red card in the pack too. So I'm gonna take that over Expedition. And I'm gonna end up in mono red anyways. Past that stupid Spire Barrage. Well, I can, if I'm not playing Spire Barrages, I don't have to be mono red, right? So I can still play Casualties and Disfigure. I can just play a heavy red deck. I'll take the Minotaur, but I despise it. Man, these are coming around. I'll take the Mongrel. Sweet. Okay, I may end up with an aggressive deck yet. The only thing is that I'm pretty sure the guy to my left is going to be red too. He's got to be. I passed, and he might be like mono red. Maybe not. So Trust Machete's here, but so is Disfigure. Is Misty Rainforest? This is an 8/4, but is it, what's it worth? I don't know. I'm not up to date on. Okay, it's not worth enough to rare draft here. I think I just take the Trusty Machete. I have a decent amount of removal. Trusty Machete is pretty sweet. So this is Spire Barrage. Now, even if I'm just splashing black, Spire Barrage is still going to be good, it looks like, in this deck. If he didn't take Spire Barrage, so the guy on my left, what did he take? He took a rare, so maybe he opened. I don't know. Maybe it's safer to take the board. Safe schmafe. I'm gonna take the Spire Barrage. Given I've just taken the Spire Barrage, now I do think I'm gonna have to take some black cards though. So maybe a quest is better than the shortcutter, because I feel like I'm not gonna be able to. Oh, you know what? Once I took a Spire Barrage, I'm better off scooping up red cards when it's close, and I think it's close here. So I knew I was going to end up with something closer to an aggressive deck by the end. And I'll take the Ravager here. The Giant Scorpion is good too, but again, they're actually pretty similar if you're heavy enough red. Because, except the Ravager has the aggressive mode. Because they both block just fine. Tuskboar. Oh, I don't have to take a black card. I could take the Expedition. This is becoming closer to an aggressive deck. I'm still really short on 2-drops. I could take the Marauder. Yeah, I take the Marauder. Also with the Machete. So, removal spell that I dislike, or that person. I really hate sacrificing land. Any card that's sacrificed land, I do not like. I gotta take the Valakut here. I do want the 2-drop, but I'm gonna be pretty heavy red. Valakut's almost enough to make me consider like cutting Marsh Casualties. Again, because red is probably going to be really open from the right. I don't know, maybe I'm misevaluating how good mono red is in this deck, in this format. And because of that, I'm over-evaluating the red cards that I'm seeing. But I feel like red is by far the most open, especially in pack 1. It was wide open. So yeah, I guess the problem right now is my deck looks significantly weaker if you eliminate the casualties in the disfigure. And Bushwhackers are not at a point where they're terrific yet. I need to prioritize 2-drops. I do think that pack 3 is going to be quite good, though. I guess any creature is decent when you have a trusty machete. Which I guess in hindsight I'm glad I took over to his figure, because maybe I'm not even going to play black. Maybe. Well, I take Thrashers or the Valakut if I want to, or the Claws Valakut if I really want to stay on red. The thing is, I'm going to most likely wheel one of them. And so I will not wheel a Tomb Hex, and so I'll take a Tomb Hex. I'll be disappointed if I don't wheel one of the red cards. There's definitely enough good cards in the back, and if I'm right that there's at most one other red drafter, then I'll be happy with that. Searing Blaze there's nothing I can possibly want more. Yeah. Well, this pack's not so good. Skitter of Lizards is really the only thing. I'm not going to take if I'm going to take a black card, it's not going to be a Pulse Tracker. I do like Pulse Tracker in the format, but that's for the it's for a different deck. I don't want 1-drops in black, because I'm not going to be playing many swamps. Well, I think it's going to be the Rough Rider. I'm not going to take a Dead Reckoning. I always wonder about Seer Sundial, but it seems way too slow in draft. In field, it's probably okay. But it's like, you still have to pay, too. Which is cheap for card draw, for continuous card draw, but you have to draw lands. So basically, it's kind of like similar to, what's it called? That equipment that lets you look at the top card of your library, and if it's lands, it goes into play. Because basically late game is just like, okay, if you draw a land, pay 2, and you draw again. So here I have to take a black card, and I will take the Swarm rather than the Cullblade, just because I do want 2-drops, that is true, but if I'm going to be splashing black, well, I'd rather do that with a card that's good later